Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and welcome to stage 26 of building the Ecto-1, the Ghostbusters car. In this issue, we're doing lots of things, lots of bits this time, and we're also going to be installing them to the radiator, and then installing the radiator to the chassis of the car itself as well. So, lots going on. Let's get straight in. First of all, we're fitting the control box, which are these two pieces here. That's got to go one way round. Is it that way round? I don't know. It might be. It certainly seems to fit that way round, and it fits less well that way round. So let's go with that. That will go together like that. This is apparently the control box. I don't know what it controls. I'm assuming it's something to do with the radiator, because that's where it's going to be fitted. But first of all, we put these together with DP screws. Get two of those out of there, like so, and we'll get those into these two holes here, holding that top onto that box. Yeah, I've got no idea about what this is, where it is, any of these. I thought this was one of these toolkit things, but apparently it's not. It's a different thing. That is the it's a battery, apparently. I assume it's a big car. It needs a big battery. It makes sense. Not sure why there's so many contacts on it. That doesn't make so much sense to me, but we'll go from here and continue on in the direction that the instructions take us, because that's the only way I know what to do. So that is being installed to, from last time, the radiator area. That is going here. We've got two IP screws to hold that in place. Let's get those out of there. Just the two though, two, not three. I saw you being the third one trying to escape. You're not doing it. No, I'm only using two. These are being fitted to these two holes here, and the third hole is where that little plug goes to hold it in place. So that there, and then screws should go through here. One, and then the other, and then tighten them all up as ever. I'm going to keep saying it until everybody knows. Even if you already know, then I'm still going to keep saying it, because that's just the way it goes. I don't think it's lined up quite right. See, just as well. Feel like that's going into a hole. It sort of does now. It didn't before, but it does now. Yep, that feels better. It doesn't feel quite right though. I'm not sure. No, I'm not entirely convinced that that is correct. That one, yes, I'm fairly convinced that that one is correct. Take that back out and try again. The trouble is you can't see that everything lines up because it's black, and it's all black. I don't know why all of this is. I assume in the proper vehicle itself, it's all going to be molded in black, but it feels difficult to see what's going on. Now I will be applying some weathering and stuff painting to some of this. I'm not sure when to do it. I sort of want to get the engine built, but I know it was going to be more difficult to weather when it is all built. But until it's built, I can't really tell how it's going to work and what's going to weather properly. So I think I'm going to end up building it and then possibly partially disassembling it a little bit to get everything back where it should be in the right, say, weathering stages. So that's that for now. That will go over there. We're going to assemble the battery by basically putting the base on it like that. We're back with DP screws for that. Two of those. There we go. These again just go up through the bottom into those holes. It's pretty much got to be in the right place because it's got a little surround. It's got to be the right way round as well, because otherwise it won't fit. That's going into there. And then three more IP screws will hold this in place on the other side of the back of the radiator. So let's get some more IP. 1, 2, 3 of you. Thank you very much. This is going, where are we going? Over there. Again, 2 brackets to hold it in place and 3 screws to fix it in place. 1 in, so we know it can't escape. Go for the one in the middle. Actually, I'll go for the one on the end because I can reach that very easily here while I'm holding it. Being that there's 2 pins and a hole, I'm pretty sure that that's going to be lined up, but I'm not going to tighten it down all the way until it's all in. Put more next to there. Get in there. So lots of building this time around. This is the last of this month's pack. So once this is done, I shall be putting it all aside for a few weeks until I get the next delivery. But that's gone in there quite nicely. So let's go back and tighten these back up again. That's that. Right, so then we're putting this bit together. This is the oil reservoir. That does indeed say oil on the top there, as you can see. Does it matter which way around it goes? I think it does. Not, because that's not going on there any way round. Okay, that'll go on there. EP screw to go in the back there. I'm not sure that they really all need to be different screws on this build. I don't know that we need, 20 different types and styles of screw. Sure, you could have got away with just a few different in there. Get that tightened up on there, and then the bottom part goes on like that. That's held in place with a DP screw. There we go. And it's at this point that I need to bring in the front of the chassis and hold this in place with a DM and an EM screw, just for the sake of variety. We're mixing it up. So let me get a DM there and an EM there. Which one's which? As that goes in that way round, the DM is at the back. So let's put that there and that there and that there. Move all of this off to one side a little bit, because I do need to bring in the big thing. Like that. I know I'm doing it backwards to that. Now, I should point out, if you remember previously, we put these bits on here, which don't connect to anything as yet. One of them broke off. I might have broken it off a little bit. I have glued it back in place, and it seems to be okay. The problem is that they stick out below the bottom of the chassis. So if you put it down without putting something under here to support it, they might get caught and bent. So I'm being very, very careful now of where things are and where they go and where I put things. So that's going there. I'm turning this around. So I'm moving the screws in the opposite direction. If I can find the other screw, there it is. Because this is going onto those 2 parts there. Like that. With this one now the closest to the front. Like that. The nice thing about this being a big, heavy mass now is that it's very, very sturdy. It's not moving unless you want it to move. Yeah, it's not moving very much at all. Let's get both of those tightened down on there. I'm pretty sure at some point soon we're going to be fitting the front bit. Not the radiator front bit. I mean the actual shiny front bit with the headlights and stuff. We're probably not, but it feels like we could. So that is that. That's the oil reservoir fitted. Next up, we need to fit the radiator. Fit the radiator beam assembly. This is going in that way round. This side of that. Right, we've got extra hoses and pipes to get out of the way. This is the pipe that I fitted last time without actually filming it, because it was literally just putting that in. I wasn't going to get the entire everything out just for doing that. So this is going on there, like that. And a little bit further back than that, there's a couple of little pins where we've got little sockets here and pin here that line up, or should line up, to link it all together. We've also got this that goes into that hole there. And it's fitted in place with a couple of EM screws. Oh, there's another tube. The other tube, the bottom one down there, needs to go into there. Right, this is going to be challenging and fun. And yeah, it's going to be great. I'm going to really enjoy doing this bit. I need to be able to see what I'm doing. You need to be able to see what I'm doing. Everybody needs to be able to see stuff. Let me move some things so I can have that there. There we go. That might work. It might work. It might not, but it might. Let's have a look. So we need to get that into there and that into there, all the while making sure pins go into places and none of the tubes get hooked up with anything. So, pair of tweezers. That socket is there. Like that. I like that. That worked. That one is there. Good. That worked as well. Now I can't see anywhere else, but there should be a hole round here and a hole round there that are going into the end of that. So that feeling about right. It is feeling about right. I don't think it's quite right, but it's about right. That side is in located. I can feel that in there. That side, not so much. Now I've moved it. That's come out. There we go. That's got to go back there. Oh, that bit that I was pushing against is not attached to. That was attached to something else, I think. Come on, line up. You know you want to. Is there a third thing? Let's take it back out here. There isn't. There's a little knot. Ah, it's got to go over the back of that. That's why I wasn't having trouble in the middle, because that wasn't quite located. There's a ridge here that this obviously has to fit down the back of. So let's try that again. Let's go even further back in the middle. Tubes out of the way. Yes, all good. Right, it's just saying that tube there, this tube here just goes down. I can't see anything for it to actually attach to, at least not yet. I can't see that lining up there either. It feels like it should be, but it's just not. This is going to take a little bit of finagling and wrangling, and there we go. That's home. I'm happy with that. That's in. The one down the bottom there is in. I shall poke that just down there. This tube we're not doing anything with quite yet, but this one that I fitted last time is going on to the top of there. Let's make sure we can open that end of the tube. Like so, and then that on there. Good. I'm happy with that. So far, so good. Now we're fitting some of these bits. Right, what have we got? We've got the one that looks like that is going over here using an EP screw. Go. Single EP screw. I'm actually going to use the tweezers as well. This has got a little plug and a screw hole, obviously. So that goes through there. Screw goes through the top. Like that. It will. It'll work. It'll work fine. I'm actually going to try that without. think it's light enough that I can probably just hold it on the screwdriver. Maybe. I can get the screw started. Then I can worry about turning that round to get that located in place, and then we can tighten it down all of the way. Like that. I haven't put the screws in there yet. I forgot about that. EM screws. EM. 2 of those. I'll get the one on this side first. The one that you can only just see, maybe. That's the one that I can see a little bit easier. Going in there, get that started, get the other one lined up as well. About there somewhere, and can't see it. I'm not going to be able to do this with it here. Yeah, maybe. Feels like that's gone into a bit of a hole. It might not have. It really might not have. I can't tell from here. No, I shall put that one in momentarily once I maneuver things around. But yeah, once that's there, we are looking at the tubes that we've already got. These are both connecting onto here, which are both the same. That's going on there. Like that. That one is going on there, like that. Okay. These are, these are the battery connection cables. Right, so that goes on there. One of them goes in there. Got a bayonet, a directionality to them. So that's got to go on there, and then the other end of that goes onto here. That's obviously being grounded out. We won't worry about it being, grounded out onto a plastic piece, because it's not a wire anyway. That is still being loose at the moment. I'm not sure exactly where that's meant to go yet. The other one obviously goes onto the other side, like that. And that connects to the other end down here. That on there. Like that. That plugs in. Over there. So yes, I'm just going to double check. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about this hose wire or that one that I can see. I've still got a couple of extra wires to connect up, so I'm not worried that there are some spare and loose ones at the moment. But that's that, apart from getting that screw in, which I shall do momentarily. So thank you very much for joining me in this build. Hopefully you're enjoying the build and following along with me if you're building yourself, and let me know, you've probably already built it because I'm well behind on this one. But thank you very much for watching. I shall see you soon. Stay safe. Bye-bye for now.